Good morning, class. It's been a tumultuous 24 hours. There have been a lot of things, a lot of extenuating factors that exist beyond that of my range of feasible control that have not exactly tickled my fancy inherently. So I've decided to cope with the likes of this particular video. Probably wondering why I took the decorative spectacles off. They're not prescription, I assure you. They elevate the fit to outlandish proportions, but they also fog up so easily and strain my eyes. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not. Today is the next degeneracy day. Yay! Thank you all for watching my last video. And by all, I mean me 3 times. Consecutively. Because I have a stifling ego that cannot be suppressed. An irrepressible longing for validation. Specifically that of the maternal variety. So, any parental figures who seek to export validation in the likes of me, feel free. Comment section's always open. But today, we're gonna do something fun. Also, pardon the egregious quality. It's because my phone has no storage ever, so I have to go to these outlandish lengths just to get footage to compile on that with my device. But I digress. I'm going on tangents, spiels, non sequiturs, and the like. I'm not gonna make the chipmunk reference again. Oh, Dave, damn it! You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna rank Radiohead's discography. Probably wondering why I'm doing this so early, being kind of in my infancy of their hierarchy and borderline cult, but I've decided that's an even better time to do it because all I have is initial impressions. I haven't necessarily ruminated and or meditated on each individual record. A lot of them I have. Pardon the string. You reel me out, then you cut the ambiblical cord when I was born. What we have in the wireless is technically the fan edition of Kid Amnesiac, which is fun, the one I reviewed in my record video. We also have Tom York. A bidoof. Sino, shout out. Guess what song he plays? I'm going to kill myself. But he's still playing. Still playing. Okay. So, coming in at number something, I didn't get an active tally of all of their records prior to this, but coming in last place has to be Pablo Honey. Pablo Honey has its highs. Does in fact, but from the redundancy of Creep to varying other things and how literally every element in their entire discography doesn't scream generic 90s grunge quite like this not magnum opus does, and it really hasn't gained the cult following and the traction that a lot of their other projects that they worked on in the latter portions of that. There really isn't much to say about it. It's Nirvana-esque. It's not great. I'm also not a big Nirvana guy either. A lot of people really like a lot of stuff going on in this. And a lot of the main concepts and just generalized sound from this record kind of translates into the Bends. You're probably wondering, the Bends? Most people consider it to be their magnum opus. You're like, where's the King of Limbs? Where's Hail to the Thief? Stop talking. High and Dry annoys the shit out of me. Just as great. The title track is good. But this is the album of their entire discography other than Pablo Honey I found myself revisiting the least. Like, borderline never. And it's not because I haven't listened to it. I have, in fact. It's just, it's never really caught me the same way a lot of other elements in their general catalog, their rogues gallery, their menagerie ensemble, if you will, has. So, yeah. I'm really sorry to the Bends connoisseurs out there. I'm going to need you to bend over. Oh, I'm not a homosexual, damn. Next, we have a wonderful addition to the ensemble. The entendre yearns for its third amigo. And said amigo is going to be, drumroll please, Amnesiac. Amnesiac is great. Amnesiac is when things start getting really good. Knives Out, Like Spinning Plates, Pyramid Song. Bangers. Knives Out is one of my favorite Radiohead songs of all time, especially the live performance. But this album is really, really, really good. It's fantastic. It's more or less, but the thing is, it isolated as its own individual project kind of hampers that of its effectiveness. So I'd recommend the Tom York's Kidonesiac approach, which is a very wise move. I'm kind of compiling them into one amalgamated project, which I think was definitely the right go-around, not a wrap-around. I'm not going to make that reference again. Do not meet me in a Denny's. Let us commence forth in a timely manner, shall we? Next, past the likes of Amnesiac, we have, drum roll please, Hail to the Thief. Hail to the Thief is great. It's really good. People give it way too much flack. It deserves a lot of respect. And as I'm recording this, they recently announced that they're going to be doing a Shakespearean portrayal of that of Hamlet with music from Hail to the Thief. And if we have a to be or not to be 2 + 2 = 5 sequence, I am going to absolutely regurgitate that of my reproductive organs everywhere. Not the organs themselves. Drift Caught, effectively. It's phenomenal record. Oh my god. Really good. They're there. So good. Next, we're getting into the serious stuff now. I don't know. This is going to be a very controversial decision. Very controversial. Okay. We're going to be putting... I can't decide between the two. It's a very difficult decision, very contentious among that of connoisseurs. So we're going to go with the King of Limbs, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. King of Limbs. It's not. The King of Limbs, 8 tracks, very short LP. A lot of toying about with electronic stuff. I love Radiohead's philosophy, like, oh, we did something. We did something great. We did something phenomenal. We did something that changed that of the music sector forever. Let's never do it ever again. Diversity is, in fact, great, but that's about all I have to say about King of Limbs. I just really like it. I really, really like the King of Limbs. Most people would put it way down that of the hierarchy, general rack 'em, stack 'em, but I think it's really, really fantastic. I enjoy it thoroughly. Separator is in my top 5 favorite Radiohead songs of all time. It's really, really good. Okay, next we have A Moon-Shaped Pool. A Moon-Shaped Pool is a really, really fantastic album. It's really, 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 really fantastic. This album is so damn good. It's so good. Oh my god, from Daydreaming to Burn the Witch to Tinker Tailor, Sinker Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief, I think it's it, to varying other tracks. I saw the faint silhouette of someone behind my blinds. Spooky as hell. True Love Waits. That song actually made me sob. That song made me break out into tears. And needless to say, I want to be conjoined in an incestuous union with Tom York. Next, we have a wonderful addition to the ensemble, the catalog, the Rogues Gallery. Varying other redundant phrases I've already stated in this particular video. Have why am I singing Paranoid Androids? Kid A. It's Kid A. Is one of the greatest albums ever made. Definitely the greatest experimental rock album ever brought to fruition. It is so innovative. It is so unique. And at the height of their career, when everything is going perfect, post OK Computer, pardon me, they exacerbate that of their general range of influence. The child. We're back. But the fact that they took such a strong left turn and went a more experimental route on that of Kid A really just showcases the effectiveness of the album. It is really, really, really fantastic. Every track on this bangs. From Everything in a Tire's Place to Kid A to Idiotech to Motion Picture Soundtrack to Morning Bell, which does not get a fraction of the amount of attention it deserves, to How to Disappear Completely. It's just so good. It really is so good. It's a transcendental, life-changing experience. It really is. I would recommend it to any human being who happens to have oxygen in their lungs. Okay, we're getting into the big 2. I think a big 3 person, it's just big me. Why? These people talking out of their mouths. Next, we have... I don't know why I did that random motif, but it's okay, computer. Is it okay? Probably not. Okay, Computer is one of, if not the greatest album of all time. But this isn't a list of Radiohead's greatest albums. This is a list of my favorite and my general hierarchy within that of their catalog. If it was the greatest, this would be at the top. Obviously, it's their best. It is. Especially the OK Not OK 2017 re-release with I Promise, Polyethylene, and Man of War. But parts 1 and 2, that is polyethylene. This album does everything, and there's nothing to say about it. It is perfect. It is a wonderful encapsulation of the human experience in song. It sounds like I'm describing a Broadway musical, and I'm a very enthusiastic pimp, but that is false. Everything. This album does everything right. Instrumentation, vocals, art, just the general. Makes you look pretty ugly. My phone is being whimsical, silly, and in the words of Wes Anderson, George Clooney, and Jason Schwartzman, Amy R. Streep, different. Okay, yeah, let's move on. You wonder what number 1 is. Gee, I don't know. Such a contentious decision. What could it possibly be? It's in Rainbows. It's obviously in Rainbows. It's in Rainbows on every damn list. Why did you watch this video? You knew exactly what was going to be at the end. Look at my skin. What did you think I was going to pick? The King of Limbs? Oh yeah, it's definitely a Hail to the Thief kind of night. Oh, let's go a Moonshade Pool route. Evidently, let's go Pablo Honey. I need to heighten my immune system, right? No, let's get a little homo with it. Let's go to the beds. I have neither been high nor dry. I am low and wet. Kidding. What? Let's ponder for a moment. Existential crisis numero uno. I'm currently restricted to that of the confines of a ministry school. Post-secondary academia, I had no way in. Yeah, my phone ran out of storage again, which is a recurring element and a periodic trend in that of my film-going ventures, so all too pleasant. For whoever's watching this, there's odds are there's a random human being who happens to exist within the confines of that of the mortal realm, who's watching this at random, appeared in your feed. You clicked on it through intuition, boredom, who knows? But you clicked on this video for a reason. That's because Tom York wants to come into your life. If you give me 5 seconds, you can pledge your allegiance to that of free. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually all too familiar with exactly what I'm conducting and the procedures thereof. But probably getting confusing with that of the attentive viewer, but one human being who happens to be watching this. I am on a quest for purpose in this futile, carnal excerpt that we refer to as the mortal experience, and I'm currently conducting a host of experiments. Said experiments include just attempts at fame and popularity, not for my own benefit, but for the benefit of me and my wife. I truly do want us to have a good life together, and I've been manipulated and subjected to mass hysteria, which I didn't conduct or participate in, but to be within that of the confines of occasionally by others in corporate bodies. And I've had to suffer through that my whole life, and it's not been pleasant. My parents are not assisting me in that of my exodus from that of pseudo-religious activities, but I just don't know. Genuinely don't know. But whoever you are, I appreciate you. You stuck it through. I got your pants dirty and your fingers wet. What the hell am I talking? That was like an analogy for like blue collar workers. I'm not recommending you screw me. I do in fact have a spouse. Yes. But yeah, that's about it.